He was not of an age, but for all time, and all the muses still were in their prime, when like Apollo he came forth to warm our ears, or like a Mercury to charm. Nature herself was proud of his designs, and joyed to wear the dressing of his lines, which was so richly spun, and woven so fit, as since she will vouchsafe no other wit. The merry Greek, tart Aristophanes, neat Terence, witty Plautus now not please, but antiquated and deserted lie. As they were not of nature's family, yet must I not give nature all? Thy arts, my gentle Shakespeare, must enjoy a part. For though the poet's matter nature be, his art doth give the fashion, and that he, who casts to write a living line, must sweat, such as thine are, and strike the second heat upon the muse's anvil, turn the same, and himself with it, that he thinks to frame, or for the laurel he may gain a scorn, for a good poet's made, as well as born. And such wert thou. Look how the father's face lives in his issue, even so the race of Shakespeare's mind and manners brightly shines, in his well-turned and true-filled lines, in each of which he seems to shake a lance, as brandished at the eyes of ignorance. Sweet swan of Avon, what a sight it were to see thee in our waters yet appear, and make those flights upon the banks of Thames, that so did take Eliza and our James. But stay, I see thee in the hemisphere. Advance, and made a constellation there. Shine forth, thou star of poets, and with rage or influence chide or cheer the drooping stage, which since thy flight from hence hath mourned like night and despair's day, but for thy volume's light.
On Shakespeare by John Milton. What needs my Shakespeare for his honoured bones the labour of an age in piled stones, or that his hallowed relics should be hid under a star-appointing pyramid? Dear son of memory, great heir of fame, what needst thou such weak witness of thy name? Thou in our wonder and astonishment hast built thyself a livelong monument. For whilst to the shame of slow endeavouring art thy easy numbers flow, and that each heart hath from the leaves of thy unvalued book those Delphic lines with deep impression took, then thou, our fancy of itself bereaving, dost make us marble with too much conceiving, and so sepulchred in such pomp dost lie, that kings for such a tomb would wish to die.
The Spirit of Shakespeare by George Meredith. Thy greatest knew thee, Mother Earth, unsoured. He knew thy sons. He probed from hell to hell of human passions, but of love deflowered. His wisdom was not, for he knew thee well. Thence came the honeyed corner at his lips, the conquering smile wherein his spirit sails, calm as the god who the white sea wave whips, yet full of speech and into shifting tales, close mirrors of us. Thence had he the laugh we feel is thine, broad as 10,000 beeves at pasture. Thence thy songs, that winnowed chaff from grain bid sick philosophy's last leaves. Well, if they have no response, they enforced to fatten earth when from her soul divorced.
Shakespeare by Frederick George Scott. Unseen in the great minister dome of time, whose shafts are centuries, its spangled roof, the vaulted universe our master sits. And organ voices like a far-off chime roll through aisles of thought, the sunlight flits.